Thank you. Next on our agenda is Trini Ayazi, who is the Chief Administrative Officer for Alliance. And she's going to be giving us the Chicago office update. So please join me in welcoming Trini.
Hello. Just tap. Okay.
Now you can tap the mouse pad.
Oh, great. So I'm going to start with just introducing you to some of the new staff in the Chicago office. So for purposes of the Alliance offices, Chicago actually houses, both staff, from the NCTN and NCORE operations, protocol, regulatory administration, as well as staff from the Alliance for Clinical Trials and Oncology Foundation. So it is a shared office, and we have started since the pandemic. Off the top of my head, we've hired quite a few people, and the people that I'm introducing today are just a subset of the new hires that we've had. So we have several people that have been working for Alliance in the mostly remote environment. We actually don't have enough office space if everybody were to come back into the office. So we recently hired one of your own. Stephanie Couch is the senior quality manager who joined us in March. And she is was hired through the foundation, but she is working for Alliance NCTN in trying to build build out the quality program. Gabrielle Ramos is a clinical study manager. Gabby works primarily on the registration trials as well as trials with pharmaceutical collaborations. Gosha Dominiak is our incoming group controller for the foundation, so she is in finance. Assistant administrative coordinator. Danica Patel is also is a project coordinator supporting both Matt and Danica, although they are foundation employees, are supporting the NCTN and NCORE programs. Jessica Vasquez is our HR and office coordinator in the Chicago office. Elizabeth Smith is a new senior protocol coordinator in the Chicago office. Lucia Fiorito is our an intern in the office, and Yavanta Means is our new administrative assistant. He is helping out our contract administration department in the foundation. I want to take a few minutes today to talk to you about communication plan that are study specific that we've been piloting for a little while here. And so we piloted and we've implemented study specific email boxes. And these are mailboxes for registration trials and right now one select trial. So right now we have a study specific mailbox for A01 1801 and A03 1704. A01 1801 is a registration trial. And Pedigree is not, however, it is a large complex trial that we've implemented this mailbox. We do have a mailbox for Atomic, which is another registration trial that we basically use for the team to share communications and for documentation purposes. You might see the mailbox copied, but it is not that the email address is not site facing.
So when we have questions, those are the emails that we use for those studies?
Yes. Among study team members involved in trial management, sometimes what will happen is that we will get multiple emails on the same subject emailed to multiple people, and we just want to make sure that we're cohesive in our response. And also, it is for purposes of sponsor oversight and inspection readiness. It provides a central location for documenting standard trial-related communications. So what happens is that we do track the responses, and then if there's any major decisions or significant, issues, that we are tracking them on a log. Should we be inspected, we want to make sure that we know what communications decisions were made regarding these trials. And also, it hopefully will provide a consistent contact for the sites. If there's turnover, really, you don't have to, remember to share who the contacts are in the office. You just have to remember the study number and alliancenctn.org. So the main points of contact are trial-specific and cover the following: project management, site management, scientific and medical oversight, clinical oncology nursing, product development, protocol development and management, and central monitoring and data management. Oh, it's a little blurry, but this shows you the decision tree here. So we do understand that the inquiry from sites may come into, the individuals that are named in the protocol. When they do that, we probably will, even if you get a direct response, the mailbox may still be copied. So we do have a somewhat new role a couple new roles in the operations office. One is this clinical study manager. So clinical study manager, is another person who is supporting these registration trials with more dedicated responsibility to site management. We always have our protocol coordinators who can help, but they have a lot of trials that they're trying to manage and involved, and they're very involved in the development of those trials and those protocols. So the CSMs have a lower number of trials that they're responsible for, and have more dedicated time. We also have a new role in the Chicago office, and actually AFT office also has this role. It's an associate medical monitor who is helping our clinic provide monitoring from a clinical perspective on these trials. So these roles are in the pathway for responding. They will on the right-hand side of this flow chart are all the usual people that have expertise and subject matter expertise in responding to your into your inquiries. And we also are working closely with our nursing contact, the volunteer from the nursing committee to help with, questions on those mods and things like that. So the team itself is, working together, but we're trying to find one pathway where, you can be assured that we will get your inquiry and that you will receive a response. So, at this point, we did ask around a little bit. We think that the communication plans are going well overall. I think, in the beginning, there's always a little glitches to sort out. And we hope that sites, can appreciate having a central location for trial responses. That we're working to make sure that we have an organized workflow. So moving forward, we do want to provide additional training on how the mailboxes work, and talk about some expectation and response time, and make sure that you understand what the escalation process is. And this is, just a little snapshot. So this is not actually the official training on these communication plans. And then we will be evaluating the process and we'll amend it appropriate. So if there are any additional registration trials that come online, it will have a study-specific mailbox. And then if there are any maybe complex trials, we may select to implement one as well. That's my report.
Right.